Welcome everyone. Today we have a special Diablo 4 crafting special discovery guide. So if you have a look at behind me, something amazing and crazy is going to happen. So this is a sword which is level 809 ancestral sword, and here I'm looking at a fairly top row for the berserker for the thorns because I'm a thorns build. So let's have a look what happens before I extract this legendary. So usually what I do is I will extract this legendary and also craft this onto a two-hand weapon, right? So here before I extract it, I'm going to upgrade it. I'm actually literally upgrading the legendary effects at the blacksmith. So let me fast forward to show you guys what happens. I'm going to spend some resource and I'll be upgrading this one. So notice I upgraded once. I was actually pretty sure. I keep upgrading this. So notice I upgrade again. I upgrade again. So you could upgrade from like 2,900 into 3,270 thorn. Did you know that? I did not know that. Holy cow, right? So I literally gained about 10% of my legendary effect by upgrading the weapon before extracting it. Now you may be like, oh my god, this is so normal, right? How would you not know? How did you guys know? Did you guys know this? I did not know this. I mean, holy cow. Did you see this? So let me show you guys what happens when you don't do this curve. Now over here, I did not go through with it because here I stop at 3,144 because if I went through with it, I have to spend more resource to get to 3,270. But this also serves as the next testing, which I'm going to show you guys now. So remember guys, here we're sitting on 3,144 thorns. And I have an opportunity to do one more upgrade to get this legendary effect to 3,270 thorns, as you can see my mouse. So over here, this is a sword that is upgraded 4 times. If I upgrade it one more time, it will go to 3,200 each with the thorns. But I want to do another testing. So here what I'm doing is, I'm actually going to spend 500,000 gold just to waste to try this. I'm going to extract this sword to make it into a legendary aspect. Now I'm going to craft this onto the gloves for the sake of, consistency and for the testing. So this is the legendary codex that will be crafting onto the sword. This is the one I upgraded. Notice that I literally upgraded a legendary codex. This is bunkers, right? So I'm using an upgrade legendary codex onto the gloves, and now these gloves have 3,144 thorn. And then what I want to do is I want to go back to the blacksmith and let's see if I can infinitely upgrade this one again. So here I'm going to be testing this again, and here you can see I'm upgrading this. It is no longer working, which is a good thing, otherwise it will be a bug, right? But it's also a bad thing because if you miss the opportunity to do what I did at the start and you then try to upgrade your weapon after imprinting this will not give you bonus legendary effects. So what that means is, if you didn't know this trick and if you first extracted this legendary effect for 2,900 thorn, then you craft it onto your weapon or item, this item, when it goes to the upgrade at the blacksmith, is not going to give you bonus effect. You're literally losing out at least 10+% effect because of this. Now, upon discovering this, I also did some testing for you guys, including the percentage legendary effects. I want to see if those works. It turns out it only works on the number scaling effects. The percentage effects, I did lots of testing. They did not work on any of the legendaries, but even the Fury ones, notice here, I was trying to test if this gains from 5 Fury to 6 Fury, that did not work. So what it seems to be is, it seems that the effect that is working is when a number slash comes in. Don't worry guys, I'll give you a summary. So notice here, there's some number slash ones, and I'll show you guys another common one which most of the class will use. So this is also the one I believe that will also work. So you can get more barrier before you extract your legendary effects, you upgrade the item, and then you carry this out into the new item. This can give you more barrier. I do believe this works on this item too. Now what I also do is I did a lot of testing. In case you guys are wondering, you get to see my whole testing replay at the end of this video. And before we go to the next part, I just want to show you guys that you can also be upgrading your skill ranks to level 4. I'm sure most of you have heard of this. It's when you exceed the certain threshold of the gears. So here I'm looking at the Helm of Vengeance. I got this gear to level 3 because of the rerolling, and then I'll be upgrading this gear to a threshold to get this gear to level 4 plus skill rank. I'm sure you guys know about this, but just in case you don't, you can have a look here. So here we're looking at the threshold for about 820, and once you get to the threshold to 825, you get your skill rank to 1 up. So this is how you get the +4 skill ranks, in case you guys are not sure. Now, because we have talked about this in the previous video, so here there's an upgrade. You do want to get the final piece of the gear to 825 for the final upgrade. So this is how people were getting additional skill ranks in the beta, and this still works in the game. Just in case you guys are wondering, I have the articles available for you guys to have a look. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed, it is a really good time to do so, because I'll be covering tons of Diablo 4 related topics and also videos and also guides. We'll be looking to the top meta builds, non-meta builds, leveling up, and also Paragon tricks. We're also looking to the latest events and also official updates, and also changes to different characters and also different builds in the game. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also turn the notification on, because a lot of you who are watching the videos have not subscribed. You can see 80% of the viewers who are watching our videos have not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for the latest update for Diablo 4. So over here, I have some summary notes for you guys to understand what is happening. So you saw in the videos, before extracting a legendary effect and if it is a number type. Now, how would you know if the item or if the type of the legendary effect is a number type? Well, one thing is you can come over to any of the skill builders and have a look. If over here, let's say if your legendary effects, if it is a Thorn, I always use a Thorn example. Notice here, this is a number type, there's a number gain and number of Thorn. This one scales to your current level and also to the gears level. Not just your current level, it is the item level. And the item level can be manipulated by upgrading your gear before extracting. Now, one of the easy ways to tell is before, let's say if I want to extract this particular sword, before extracting the weapon effect from this sword, I want to come over to the blacksmith, just have a quick glance. So 3362 Thorn. And if I upgrade these ones, I get 3497 Thorn. That's a number effect. So before you extract anything, go to the blacksmith, go to the jeweler to see if you can upgrade those items. And if those items allows you to upgrade your legendary effects, you should be doing this one before extracting. So the tip over here is, in order to know whether it's a number type, you go to the blacksmith or the jeweler to do a preview of the result. And you should do this for accessories too. Now, this does not work for percentage types. So one of the example I had over here is I tried some of the percentage types over here. Let's say it's 27% berserking, and also here the fury type, this does not work. And also the 18%, the percentage type, it does not work for those. Now, there is also one major tip I want to give to you guys, because those number types, they also scales with your character level. So over here, the highest amount of Thorn I was able to get for a fairly top row was only 3,144 after upgrading, right? And you saw this is a level 809 item before upgrading. So let's say if I was going to use this, but turns out, let's say if I was going to go use the basic minimum codex. Now I'm currently level 97, so if I use a basic level codex, and I'll show you the Thorn. So notice that this Thorn over here, the basic codex actually provides more Thorn than my highest level of legendary drops. For 809 drops of legendary, only 3,000 Thorn. And this one gives 5,000 Thorn. So this is pretty bonkers, right? Pretty silly. So now if I upgraded this one onto my legendary, this one will give me over 10,000 Thorn. So there's even more craziness if you come over, be aware of this. So I'm currently sitting on 5,000 Thorn. This could effectively double my damage from gaining Thorn for berserking. And you should be knowing this, because yes, you can be upgrading legendary effects before extracting. You should also be checking the codex for the minimum rolls, because sometimes the minimum rolls will be so high compared to what you got. So here's the second tip. Before using an extracted legendary effect with a number type, now that you can tell it's a number type because you go to the blacksmith, right? So then you double check if this one is craftable from the legendary codex like I showed you guys. If it's craftable, then it's going to scale with the current level. The higher level you are, the better it is. Here I showed you guys the minimum roll of the codex example. So the minimum roll of the Thorn gives me about 5,000 Thorns. So notice here, we got 5,300 Thorns. And this is better than a fairly good roll with only 3,000 Thorns. So what that means is you can be crafting some minimum rolls onto your legendaries when you get level higher, instead of just using the ones you get from legendary weapons to extract them. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm pretty excited to share this with you guys because I've been min-maxed my app turns, my weapons, and my effects at endgame once I get to level 100. So I'm about 3 levels away. I'm still leveling, finding the best spots for you guys. But let me know what you think. I have the loads available for you guys maybe, but you can see it over here, right? It's pretty straightforward. And here I was just talking about upgrading your gears. Now, this particular discovery and also trick was sent to me by a viewer. If you guys have similar discoveries or tricks, make sure you send me a direct message on Discord so we can be sharing with the community. And if you want a shout out, let me know as well. It's so fun to be sharing and also helping out this. And everything I talk about in this video, I'll have a short video replay to show you guys exactly what happened and everything I tested. So you understand and also see my brain work and also how things are tested, how things works. So here's the replay to show you everything. Okay.
Not bad. That is no use to me.
Father bless.
I must wait.
something for it? Unexpected.
Now, in case you guys didn't know, I'll be live streaming on Twitch again, and I have just started. So make sure to come over to the links below to join us on Twitch live to say hi, maybe ask me questions or share any tips with the viewers. And while you're here, make sure you follow. And if you do have your Twitch Prime, this is a really good time to use your Twitch Prime over here, supporting us with Twitch Prime. And yes, guys, join us as I test build for Diablo, and also join us as you play the game and also farm the game. So stay a while and also listen. We'll also be doing some giveaways and also special viewer events in the Diablo as well. Maybe we do PvP and also related events in the game as we get to the end game, and also help players to go through the dungeons.